I'm Bob Highfill from the Vine, from the Record. Great to be here at Oak Farm Vineyards on a beautiful summer morning, late morning, early afternoon for this From the Vine discussion. We're going to talk summer whites. Now, these are wines that you can enjoy year-round, but especially during the summer months. Chad Joseph, rock star winemaker, Harney Lane Winery, Oak Farm Vineyards. Dan Panella, assistant winemaker, owner of Oak Farm Vineyards. And I want to start talking about Fiano. Now, this is a kind of a rare grape variety. You don't see Fiano very much, if at all, in California, but this wine is just taken over. It's winning awards like crazy. And tell us a little bit about it, you guys.
Well, Dan was the one that kind of started us with pursuing Fiano. We ended up kind of starting with another grower in another region, and then we ended up planting this vineyard here, and it has done really well with us. So I'll let Dan talk about
my dad, his father is from Avellino, which is, if you go southern Italy, you look at Naples, go inland, right into the center of Italy. It's a little area called Avellino. That's the province, and that's the main grape they grow there. It's one of their noble grapes, DOCG, Fiano di Avellino. And so we figured this was a nice kind of callback to that, but also we're matching climate. Not just Mediterranean, but also the southern Mediterranean. So it seemed like a good fit. There's other grapes that they grow there, but this is kind of their top dog and stuff. And so this we were happy. This is the first vintage off of our property. So it's, to my knowledge, the only Lodi Avellino.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, the only Lodi Fiano.
I haven't seen it anywhere.
Yeah.
But it's winning awards like crazy. Best to show. All these great accolades. So congratulations.
Yeah, it's suited well for the climate. I mean, it's just got this really nice racy acidity, but it's got this really subdued, pure fruit expression.
Yeah.
And Dan, we've been experimenting with our winemaking, and we're doing some wild fermentation. We're doing some co-inoculation with some ML during that, and then we're doing a little bit of lees aging on the yeast in the neutral oak, and it's really responded well with all those treatments. So it's super exciting. Can I pour it for you?
Yeah, please. That'd be great. And what's the vintage on this one, Dan?
2018.
Okay.
So winemaking wise, you're looking at we pulled it at this on one day, but we put it into two different tanks, and part of it is wild fermented, and then the other part we added yeast to it, and so you've got those two things kind of going on. It's like Chad said, it's a racy acidic grape, but we try to tamp that down. We actually did. Chad suggested we did a co-inoculation, so we added during. When the wine's fermenting from sugar to alcohol, we also did the secondary fermentation process, the malolactic fermentation, converting malic acid to lactic acid, and that's to help kind of balance out and give a different flavor profile to the acidity. Anyway, all that being said,
there's some real roundness to the mouthfeel, and that must be from the MLF. But you can almost smell the acidity in the nose. When you go over because of the citrus.
You get that floral perfume, and then you can smell some of that zippiness and all that good stuff. And then aged in older oak barrels, nothing new, so no new oak.
Well, it's just great. Yeah, I love it. I mean, I'm a big fan of Albarino. I think Vermentino, Fiano, these are going to be the future whites that kind of replace Pinot Grigio for your summer kind of patio white. So been real happy that Dan planted it. And this was the first vintage, I think.
First vintage off the grapes off this property.
And it's on site here at right around the
estate.
Here. It's an estate
It's an estate wine.
Fantastic. Well, this is that's a delicious wine. Let's talk about the Sauvignon Blanc, if we could.
Great,
please.
sure.
Tell us all about it.
Dan. So this is a 2018. We stainless steel aged this. This is coming from two different vineyards. We have our own estate vineyard, and then we also have some coming from the Fries. Bruce and Jerry Fry, and that's not too far from here. It's about 3 miles from here. And this is just been kind of our rock star white in terms of being out there in the front, when people think of Oak Farm with whites, this is definitely the one that usually jumps out for most people as our Sauvignon Blanc, and it's just our take on it. It's not a New Zealand style. It's not really a California style. It's somewhere in between. It's kind of a hybrid of the two.
Can you kind of describe what the New Zealand style kind of means?
Yeah, so the New Zealand style is more of a green, grassier, more herbaceous style. I mean, they've just got a really cooler climate. They typically are lower in bricks, and they're a lot more of that grassy green. It's the methoxypyrazine. They used to be more asparagus, bell pepper, green bean, but it's just a really pronounced tropical green note.
Sometimes I would get like a capsicum or kind of like a jalapeno sometimes.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we've tasted them, and they've been a little more restrained now. They're a little more the elegant tropical. But we actually planted the same clone 1, which is fairly the fairly common clone that's planted over there. And that was one of the first whites that Dan really was wanting to put on the property. And you look in Napa, that's one of the predominant classic white, Bordeaux varietals, and Lodi is matched. The climate's matched really well for that. So, but we are vertically shoot positioned. We do a lot of leaf removal, so we don't want that green bean grassy character. We do want that tropical. We get a little more floral, a little sweeter perfume kind of characters out of it. And it's 13% alcohol is what we're shooting for. So we try to get a lower alcohol with that high acidity and a real classic crisp finish for the Sauvignon Blanc.
Crisp is what you're doing with that clean finish, something that'll kind of cut through.
Right, really refreshes the palate.
Absolutely.
And another example of matching variety to site.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah. Thank you.
And then the rosé, we do 2 different rosés, but this one, this comes from a single vineyard. This is not grown on site. This is grown by Ron Silva. This is the Alta Mesa sub-AVA of the Lodi appellation. This is Grenache, is the grape, and so it's in a single varietal rosé. This is whole cluster press. This is not something we signier, so we bring it in specifically designed for rosé, and it is this is a 2018 vintage. This is the second time that we've done a rosé and of this style, and it's done exceedingly well for us.
Real light pink color, and in the glass you'd think Provençal, right?
Exactly,
and that's the idea.
Provence style, and it's not meant to be heavy in color. It's the most delicate pink that we can get, and it's really made like a white wine. I mean, we're trying to get that same kind of crisp, clean, get a little nectarine, rose petal type of flavors, but it really is a white wine made from red grapes and low alcohol. 13.1 is the alcohol on this. So again, we pick it at lower bricks. And we're not trying to get that too heavy of a style.
Plus, we want to maintain those. Because if you pick it too ripe, then you don't have the brightness, the acid to balance things out too, and so it kind of makes it a sort of a flabby wine. This is we're trying to counteract that by picking it a little bit earlier and maintaining all those kind of freshness and giving a good balance.
Good balance, because the fruit's really there.
Exactly.
You've described it as voluminous fruit that we get from Lodi.
Right.
You really get it here.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful example again of white wines doing well. I think we are now known as a white wine region, but historically speaking, people have thought we're too warm. But Lodi, actually, when you pick them at lower bricks and you do the thinner, lower yields on the vineyards, and you take care of them with the leaf pouring and whatnot, we can produce some really world-class, unique white wines for the terroir in Lodi.
These are great wines year-round, but especially when it gets a little bit warmer to enjoy with your family and friends. They're all great summer sippers, but go well with a variety of food. So we tried the Fiano, the Sauvignon Blanc, and then this beautiful rosé of Grenache. Chad Joseph, Dan Panella, thank you so much for Oak Farm Vineyards. Thanks for your time. Please come out and see them, Oak Farm Vineyards on DeVries Road in Lodi, and you can also check them out. The website is
oakfarmvineyards.com.
There you go, oakfarmvineyards.com. Thanks so much.